Welcome to Amateur Decorating Like a Pro. I am Catherine. Yes, it's time for another video in the lineup. You've already seen the living room and you saw our prep and you saw some of the things that I had in mind as far as doing gallery walls. Guys, we are off and running. So let's do today's video. Let's jump right into it. With minimal supplies, I am designing wreaths for the candlestick holders hanging on the wall and sitting on the table in our dining room. I have two wreaths that I'm going to decorate for the walls, and my supplies are pretty simple, guys. I'm using any picks that I can spare because I'm still decorating, and you can use tinsel ties or you can use zip ties. Just make sure you don't scratch up your candlestick holders. These gold branches are probably the most glamorous things in my Christmas decor. And they're 3 to a pack, and I'm cutting them so I can have plenty of, shall I say, glam in this arrangement. And I'm using every part of it. So as I cut away the 2 branches, leaving the one in the middle, I still consider that stem a part of the decoration because it shines through the branches on the wreath. So keep that in mind if you are making picks. Every part of it is valuable for your arrangements because it all has been dolled up for the holiday season. I cut away the pine cones and the leaves on this pick, and then I inserted those. Just stuck them in there. I have to be honest, our dining room table is the best spot for me to do little crafts like this during the holiday season. I have a drop cloth on my dining room table, double folded to avoid any scratches. I like the idea of inserting the branches going in one direction. Let's just say clockwise or counterclockwise. Now forgive me if you see me holding branches and picks in a very unique way. I have a thumb injury that's going to be here to stay, so I pretty much have to protect that injury by twisting my hand a certain way. So that's not for you to say, hey, she doesn't know how to hold it, but I'm just protecting my thumb on my right hand. I removed some of the picks from the mantle, those small red berries, and they basically had that same sort of icicle effect as those red berries. I almost think those are apples, I'm not really sure, but I thought it would be more consistent with the entire theme. To ensure that the picks stay firmly in place in the wreath, I'm just using branches of the wreath and just twisting them around the things that I have placed on the wreath. No glue required. Besides, I only paid $3 for these wreaths, and I have a large trash bag full of these wreaths that I purchased over the years from Michael's. You know how they have them out front, $3 at the end of the season. I will just grab a couple, and I think these are about 16 inches, but they do have one that's a little bit smaller. But yeah, I like to buy those at the end of the season because I never know what I'm going to do with them, and I'm having fun with them this season. Now, I regret that I only have 3 of these. I think I had in mind that they would be like a Christmas tree topper, and I only had 3 of them, and that wasn't going to be impactful anyway. So I'm gonna insert those into the wreaths. Now I have 3, but for our second project, I'm going to need one of them as well. So we'll use these sparingly. I only have 2 of these picks, so I'll add 1 in each of the wreaths. This will slightly cover up that long part of the candlestick holder on the wall, and the pine needles are a little bit different. I love that. I decided to cut away those gold styrofoam berries. I felt that they would pull the whole thing in a different direction, considering I had those glam picks on there already, so I cut those away. And as you can see here, I don't waste anything. I used all of my scraps for something. You know, just put them in the wreath. It's fine. So have you noticed that I am not using a glue gun? Now you can use tinsel ties or zip ties to secure the wreath to the candlestick holder. So let's take a look at how I use the tinsel ties. So prior to decorating, this is what you want to do. You want to mark the center of the wreath, top and bottom, straight down, lined up. And you want to take a tinsel tie. This is what I prefer. This is why I prefer the tinsel ties. I am able to find a perfect line and just stick the folded tinsel through and just loop it in. And that way I don't have to do any extra twisting or tying it. So just making a loop. And now you're ready to fluff the wreath and decorate it any way you want to. I did a double wrap with that tinsel tie. I pulled it around the back, twisted it together, and then pulled it back forward. So that was to give me additional security. Okay, so now you have your instructions on how you plan to secure it to the candlestick holder. You can now cover that up with some of the stems from the actual wreath if you don't want your tinsel tie to show. Sorry about my dry hands, but these projects, they take a toll on the hands. You know that. You can do this on the very bottom as well. Cover up that tinsel tie. I just find those tinsel ties much more secure than the actual branches. It's just a reinforcement. If you want to just use one of the little branches or 2 of the little branches from the wreath, that's fine. But sometimes when they're overworked, they get a little loose and they can just fall out of the wreath. All right, now I am decorating for Christmas, hanging pictures and rehanging pictures. So you might see some patches on the wall getting ready to be touched up. So pardon our progress over here. They're so pretty. You saw what I used. I used what I had. Ask if you will follow me on Instagram, Facebook, also on Amazon. Yes, I have an Amazon store. You can follow me there as well. So I have here my candlestick holder, and I want to make sure that the wreath is basically a comparable size to the candlestick holder. And this was one of the wreaths that I had used in a previous project and never removed the tinsel tie. So now I am. So I placed one of the wreaths in front and the other one in the back. And then in 3 different sections, I twist some of the little branches of the wreath together. And it's kind of smart to say 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Twist, those are 3 sections to the right, and then mirror that on the opposite side of the wreath. That way you know that wreath is not going to have a gap in it where you can see that it's 2 of them being fused together. And then you want to make sure you do this also on the inside area of the wreath. So you should have at least maybe 6 sections fully twisted together on the outside, and maybe 4 to 6 sections together on the inside. Now I'm going to use whatever scraps or picks that I have left over that will support my theme for the dining room, because you want this to be stable. You don't want it to be able to tilt over. So that bottom needs to be free and clear of any of the branches or needles. Once you get everything secured, you might consider adding LED lights. This is the point in which you will add lights. I'm not, because I'm going to use those gold branches again, and I didn't see the need to add lights around that much gold. So my decorating supplies are more of those gold branches, the last of them, and believe me, there are very little left. And of course they were cut just like they were when I used them on the wreaths for the wall. And the other supplies are those gold leaves, some eucalyptus, dried eucalyptus that I got from Publix a long time ago, which smells absolutely amazing, and a different red berry. And if I run across something else along the way, it'll probably be in there. So with the help of that eucalyptus, I have basically a mixture of leaves. You want to have multiple sizes of leaves in there. I am purging Christmas as I go, and I'm using some existing items that I have forgotten that I had. Sometimes you buy 2 or 3 things because they are on sale at 90% off. And when you get those items, give something away to somebody else so that they can be blessed by it. Goodwill, Salvation Army, these places are now taking Christmas, plenty of Christmas. So purge, 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 purge. Donate, donate, donate. I don't think those Gallerie candlestick holders on the wall ever looked better. Ordered in silver, painted them gold with craft paint, and I love them having the wreath on them. Last year they had poinsettia topiaries on them. I love this. This is amazing. This candlestick holder on the table here, that one came from Hobby Lobby. I have 2 of those, and they match the ones on the wall. Isn't that amazing? So it just happened to work out that way. I love it. So you can use scrap picks from around the house, something fun, something whimsical like this, and create a beautiful arrangement. I love this, and I hope that you do too. Give it a try. Centerpiece, buffet, wherever you want to place it. Kitchen island too. Yes. I love it. Isn't it beautiful? It's portable. It looks beautiful on the side, on the front, and on the back. I love it. I was going to add some lotus pods. You see that in the upper part of the screen, and I changed my mind. I thought it was sending it in another direction, and I decided to use a real red candle. I only own 2 real red candles, and I thought, oh, why not? So red berries, red candle, and I added a glass babeche, and you can order those in my Amazon store, and they are perfect for real candles. Basically, it's a wax catcher. So therefore, the wax doesn't roll down the candle into the arrangement. This is so amazing. I even sprinkled little remnants leftover of those red berries around the top of it, so it's decorated from all sides. Perfect centerpiece for a table, perfect centerpiece for a buffet. Yes, perfect. If you don't want to use the real candles, you can go with the LED candles. I'm going to go ahead and put those in my Amazon store for you in case you're looking for those remote control LED candles. They are beautiful. They have multiple settings. You saw me use those in the lanterns as well. So I didn't want to do double duty on this one since I did not use, lights on here. I'm going to use the candles up top. So it's up to you if you want to do double duty and say, I want to light up the wreath and light up the candle. That's fine. That's up to you. But if you want that subtle ambiance of the candlelight, then just use the one thing. You don't want to have too much going on. Even though I did it on the staircase, I did both. This is the reveal.
You dazzle us all from big to small. Warm laughter and white smiles represent.
Well, that's it for me, guys. I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks a lot for watching. And as always, stay in prayer and stay creative.